some of you might be wondering, where's Altair? Yeah, about that. Altair just isn't that fun, and it's also just driving me insane. So, instead, we're going to play Fire Emblem Awakening, a game that I hold a very special bond with. It's a game that I feel very passionate about. It's a really charming, really just a lot of things game, to be honest. Right, I set the buttons to be equivalent to that of a 3DS controller. Okay. Yeah. So, the crux of this is... Jesus Christ, I'm getting a lag spike like every couple of seconds. Where's my RAM looking like? This is only using about 12% of my CPU. No, 61% memory. That'd do it. It's probably also Chrome. Let's close Chrome. Yeah. The big thing about this run is that I'm playing on a modified version of Citra known as Citra Canary, which enables DLC access, meaning that I'll be able to show off basically everything about this game. Although some of it will require me transferring the save file to my physical 3DS and affecting it there, which I don't really have a way of showing because my webcam doesn't want to work. But, you know, we'll work on that when we get there. But for now, close my file to make sure everything worked. We're going to play on hard. Lunatic is obnoxious, and Lunatic Plus is bullshit. And normal is just way too easy. We're going to be playing on casual mode because I believe this game is not very well balanced around classic. It's possible, it's just not that fun. Now, one of the things that Awakening is known for, although it didn't necessarily originate, is the avatar character, where you get to basically make your own self-insert. And not only are they important to the plot, as opposed to Fire Emblem 12, the originator of the system, well, the originator of them as a unit, where they are mostly a sounding board for other characters, and they have a little side plot, but ultimately the main plot's still about Marth. In Awakening, they are integral to the plot. They're also friggin' broken, but, you know, we'll get to that in a bit. So, you have 3 different builds per gender. This one's actually identical to another character we'll be seeing later on. But given that this is me we're talking about, go female avatar. Probably this build since I'm tall. I've never liked the face options for avatar characters. Like, even like in Fates in this game, in New Mystery, the face options just never look good for me. Just go with the default. And I have marriage options planned out. Henry's not a bad idea because I mean I like him a lot, and white hair Morgan's funny, but yeah. I had a marriage list. Let me pull it up from my phone. Let me see here. I'm going to be marrying Olivia with Crom, Lissa with Henry, Sully with Donald, Muriel and Virion, Sumia and Gaius, Maribel and Vake, Pan and Lonko, Cordelia and Frederick, Noe and Callum, Tharya and Stahl, and Cherish and Gregor. I'm going to be marrying one of the leftovers. Mostly just so I can get every single child character. Oh boy, because I do want to show off not hidden truths, future past, and that basically requires you to get all the kids. Honestly, not that bad of an idea because he actually has intrinsic value to being married. There aren't too many other. Actually, all things considered, there aren't really that many guys I can marry, especially not with intrinsic value. All I can really think of is Walhart and yeah, because none of the other Avatar sexual guys have intrinsic value. Anyways, I'm kind of liking this, and then my hair right now is close to this, so this works. No, but he can inherit conquest.
Thanks. Let's do it. Here's how it's done. We can do it. Here's how it's done. Now that's strategy. Here's how it's
Probably close as I'll get. Okay, so. Nope, that's not right. Yeah, 3 pass, it's not gonna happen. Let's see, my birthday is the 22nd. Now, depending on your asset and flaw, this affects base stats and growth rates, not only of the, there's Arcanine Spot Pass. I don't know if I'll be able to do Spot Pass just because this doesn't have natural access to it, so I have to transfer my save to the 3DS, do it there, and transfer back every time I want to do something with Spot Pass. So hopefully I'll only have to do it at the start. But, you know, we'll see what happens. Anyways, asset and flaw affect your growth rates and base stats, with HP and luck also affecting other stats so that they're not obvious dump stats. Luck is a dump stat, also affects all your other stats, whereas HP is a significant dip to defense and res as a result of not having your as a result of not screwing your HP, because every promoted class caps HP at 80. Personally, actually, now that I think about it, I'm supposed to get married one of the kids. Well, either way, I'm going to say plus strength minus resistance. This will leave me with some options for marriage. Spot pass cannot be activated on Citra. It kind of is, but at the same time, well, I'll be silent. It's got something. Honestly, marrying the kids is kind of messed up, but also, if I marry one of my other legitimate options, I feel like that's kind of mean to Morgan, especially Walhart. So, I'm screwed either way, basically. Anyways, this is Crom. He's a lovable idiot. He's just a fucking... Honestly, like, he's a fan favorite for a reason. He's not super deep in terms of character, but he doesn't really need to be. He's got a lot of charm in his personality. He's a lord which is your pretty typical Fire Emblem main character class, which is, you know, pretty average to high all around, except for magic and occasionally res. Sword locked, whatever. And then, this is me. The Tactician, as a class, is one of the first to use, it's one of the first to mix melee and magic. Definitely the first in modern Fire Emblem. Yeah. Yeah, that's true about Chrome. And basically, its stats are not so great, but the benefit to being Tactician is that it is part of the global class pool, meaning that if someone has Tactician, you can assume that they'll be able to access every standard class in the game, meaning you can customize them to whatever you want them to be. Their class skills are also pretty good, though. Anyways, yeah, we start with some pretty high-end stuff, all considered, although for the Falchion, it's kind of weak, you know? Silver Sword's a lot more effective. While we're here, let me go to my options. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, do that. Probably want to keep it digital just because I'm using a joystick and not the circle pad. Turn up the grid just so it's easier to see. Alright. So. That's also true. Falchion is unbreakable, and it does effective damage to dragons, which is decent to have, especially when dragons use axes, or Wyvern Riders use axes in this game, meaning that you have weapon triangle advantage in addition to effective damage. Yeah. Anyways, the big benefit of this game, or rather the big thing of note of this game is the ability to pair up, which increases the stats of the lead unit as well as gives the back unit a chance to either protect you from an attack or deal damage. This is honestly extremely broken. Like,
are you ready?
Here's the thing. We have a 28% chance for Chrom to attack with full strength, and this is with no support ranks and no other bonuses. And the stat boosts that we get. Those are honestly on the low end for what we'll be seeing later in the game. I've seen bonuses of up to like 10 strength from a max level character. It's pretty ridiculous, and some bonus maps that would be really hard with no pair-ups just kind of make themselves lose with pair-up. Anyways. Chrom can double Valadar and walk around him with the Silver Sword.
Stay calm.
That's also true, yeah, there are no paired up enemies in this game. Let me try turning the, well, actually, it's two.
This isn't over.
I'm just gonna keep it at native resolution.
You all right? That's the end of him.
I think that caused it to get even worse.
Thanks to you, we carried the day. We can rest easy now.
At long last. What's wrong? Hey, come on.
This is not your... fault. Promise me you'll escape from this place. Please. Go.
There's a lot I could say about Fates, but I'm probably not going to. I don't think I'll be streaming it just because Citra doesn't really play well with it, but in the event I ever get a streamable 3DS, then I'll probably give it a shot.
Crom, we have to do something.
What do you propose we do?
I don't know.
I see you're awake now.
Hey there.
There are better places to take a nap than on the ground, you know. Give me your hand.
And then they kiss. Well, the problem is that I have to use an older version of Citra to have access to,
You all right?
like, to use, like, DLC and whatnot. Is there, like... The character's, like, kind of splitting to you or something? Give me a sec. Yeah, don't have the 3D enabled. I don't really know what's happening. Yeah. I don't know, I'm like... Yeah, I'm just seeing things. But no. Yeah, the problem is that I need to use, this alternate version of Citra for DLC access. Like, regular Citra, like, hard locks, or soft... Actually, it's soft locks on, when trying to access the Dragon Gate, or in this case, the Outrun Gate. So... And I really do want to show off Fates' DLC and just how not good most of it is, and how, like, their actual few good ones are really, really good. And by that I mean, like, Museum Melee and the Hidden Truths and, whatnot. But for this one, the DLC is, for the most part, very actually good. Anyways.
Thank you, Crom.
Hmm?
Huh?
Oh.
What?
Yeah, I'm not gonna worry too much about higher resolution in this game because, to be frank, the models in this game are not that good.
Explain.
Huh?
There's some charm to them, but, like, I mean, they don't have feet.
Right.
Nope, not even Skyrim feet. They just don't have feet at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Huh?
Anyways,
Ah.
if there's no dialogue that's, you know, gonna be happening, I probably should just be talking over the cutscenes because, like, I'm so used to Bravely Default where everyone's talking over this. That's another thing. Like, that's another thing. I won't be able to play. I definitely won't be able to play Echoes because Echoes just does not run on Citra at all. But yeah, when I say this game has a lot of charm in its dialogue, I really mean it. It's very visible from even the start, with Frederick's skepticism, it could just be normal skeptic dialogue, but when he says, "Someone pay this actress," she plays quite the fool. The furrowed brow is especially convincing. That's charm that is definitely, like, it's absent from none of the older games in some instances, but definitely Fates as well. And it's noticeable because Awakening was localized by,
I am not delicate.
8-4, alongside Echoes, whereas Fates was localized by Treehouse, and I think they did an okay job with it. They did the best they could. 8-4's localization of Awakening is just next level. Frederick the Wary, you know, in the game where you can't get Wary Fighter, but whatever.
Right.
Frederick's great, by the way. It's kind of hard to see, but in official art, you can tell he's wearing a suit and tie underneath his Great Knight armor.
Yeah.
Really?
I love this line because it doesn't change no matter what you name him. So you can say, Crom, is that foreign? Marth, is that foreign? Actual foreign characters, is that foreign? Yeah, that sucks a lot. 8-4. It's just, they're so next level, and it's sad because they were busy localizing Xenoblade Chronicles X, and that game kind of flopped. Although probably because it was on the Wii U. But yeah.
My lord.
Yeah, I think Treehouse does an okay job. Like, I like the Fates localization, it just does not hold a candle to Awakening. There's some character changes that sometimes are for the best, usually for the worse. Anyways. Really? I never played it. I own it. I got the special edition for $50 at PAX. And I've heard very good things about it. I just, you know, I haven't played it. Yeah, Echoes may not have that good of gameplay, but its characters are so charming that it really does make up for it. I'd love to, but Dolphin, as you've seen, does not run well for me, and Citra can't play new 3DS exclusive games.
Good. Shall we then?
Make your own joke. Anyways, so I've already mentioned Crom. Pretty standard lord, you know, good kind of everywhere except for magic and res. Starts with his 5-might falchion as well as the 5-might rapier, which does not say effective against infantry in this game, thank God. This thing is actually really limited. You can't get more. I don't think you can ever get more regular rapiers without spot pass access, or getting lucky with a certain mechanic later on, and you can only buy its upgraded form until once you beat the literal final chapter of the game. Well, here's the thing. I own Xenoblade Chronicles 3D. I just can't stream it. And also, it's probably way too long to stream. It's fun. I just never have the time to go to it. It's really big. Anyways, now we actually have skills. So, for example, when Crom is the back unit, his Dual Strike Plus means that he'll Dual Strike more often. I don't know if it applies the other way around as well. It might. Here's us, Tactician. Kind of okay everywhere, but it really does depend on what you chose for your asset and flaw. For example, I have 8 strength with only 5 magic. And I start with Veteran, which means I get an EXP boost when I'm paired up, which you should be at almost all time. Next, Frederick. He is your Jagan, Oithe, whatever, character. Honestly, the whole debate on what's a Frederick, what's an Oife, how useful they are, that's a whole video on its own. But basically, to keep it simple, he's very strong early game, and he can still make a lot of use in endgame because his growth are pretty solid. His HP growth is over 100, and his class set's actually pretty unique, especially because he's the only character in the game in the first generation to have access to both Paladin and Knight, or Paladin and General for Pavus and Aegis. Well, I mean, Jagans are still good units, unless you're like FE6 Marcus. It's just that like some Jagans are less Jagan than others, but aren't considered Oifes, and like honestly, the original Oife, if memory serves, is actually considered not that great. But like I said, that's a whole discussion for its own video, really. And then Alyssa, she's your standard cleric. She's obviously, you know, frail, but she's got good potential, high luck, high magic. She starts with Miracle. If you see this triggering, you're probably doing something wrong, unless you put it on a combat fighter, in which case it could be funky. But also, I forgot to mention, Frederick has Discipline, which is incredibly useful with his 3 weapon types, and Outdoor Fighter, which will almost never be relevant, ever. Yeah. That's because that's heroes. Anyways. There's a couple tutorials that'll happen when we select people.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know how you forget to use magic, even with the amnesia. Like, if you like, I don't know, magic in this game is kind of loosely defined. Or in this series, really. Anyways, being stuck with bronze weapons sucks a lot. Like, look at this. 3 might. That's pathetic. So you definitely want your chance to get out of it as soon as possible. Crom has stronger weapons, so I think he'll be fine by himself. But I'm going to pair up Frederick with myself here. Can you reach this? No, you can't. Okay, so let's equip the bronze sword and wait on the shiny spot to get stuff. Weapon ranks. Thank God. You can hit Y to, or no, you can hit X to display damage range, where you can figure out where you're safe and where you're not. And I'll have Crumb punch this man. Now, as much as I'd like to speed up the animations, doing so honestly messes with the performance even more than it already is messed with. Like, I'm holding it down. I'll hold it down whenever I get the chance to just kind of show off how it's nuts. Well, it might have been because I was using the higher resolution earlier. I don't know. It seems kind of fine now. When I was testing it, it's not working so well. Okay, it seems fine then. Never mind. Anyways, so now we can heal. And honestly, the best thing that this game did, out of all of its good things, healing gives a substantial amount of XP now. It gives 25 on normal mode. That is such a fucking benefit. I am so sick of 10 experience healers. Whenever I do make Fire Emblem hacks, I automatically like change healing experience to like 15 or 20. It's not okay to have fucking. Oh god. Anyways.
Never fear.
I'm not gonna go over the basics of Fire Emblem because, like, you can find that anywhere, and a lot of my explanations on what a lot of what I will be explaining is it'll kind of make it self-explanatory, basically. But yeah. So,
Are you ready? What?
Emily can see the battle mechanics.
Yeah.
I bet that she can see the HUD. She can see like damage range and everything. It's kind of funny, to be honest. Although I wish it was elaborated more on. You can make a great meta story about this. Crom fucking missed. This is probably safer. Anyways, level up. Growth rates are affected by what you picked as your asset and flaw, although I don't remember it being huge. It mostly affects your caps. Not getting speed is annoying, but I suppose the magic is good if I'm going to be stuck with it for a while. This might be a dead Crom, actually. Oh, this looks like a dead Crom. And if Crom dies, it is a game over. Great start. This is going to be a long series, I think. Well, luckily this game has skippable cutscenes, so we're not in, not dealing with Kingdom Hearts 1. Okay.
Shall we? Really?
If you hold down on the D-pad and hold down A, you can skip text. Very useful for repeat playthroughs. Oh yeah, Frederick's also kind of a pyromaniac. That's another thing that makes this game pretty unique, is that it often will take typical kind of tired character tropes and breathe new life into them by just kind of making them really, really, really weird. Anyways, honestly, with how the hit rates have been treating me, I kind of want the rapier. It's 10 hit and 10 crit that I will honestly gladly take. And yeah, dual strikes are very, very useful.
Come on.
Finished?
We can do it.
I will not fail. Right.
And yeah, that was a critical. There's one particular crit quote that everyone should know. We'll get to that later, whenever I actually start using Frederick and not just having him as a stat bot, but you know.
Thank you.
Let's see. Let's just put him there.
My steel is yours.
Oh well. That's fine. That's just more experience for Lissa. Alright, so...
Are you ready?
let's actually hit you this time. I can't get the kill on my own. As much as I don't want to waste experience early on, it's probably worthwhile. Let me do this, though. I do not want to waste that Silver Lance.
I'll cover you.
Challenge.
That Silver Lance is going to be very helpful eventually. Oh dear. Well, it's fine. Lissa's actually... I wouldn't call her hardy, but... compared to the other healer we get... We'll take what I can get.
Listen,
and support. This is yeah, supports. So, first of all, oh dear. Well, this is where that silver lance comes in handy because he cannot double this guy.
Look out.
Thank you.
Overall, I don't necessarily hate the presentation of this game, but I do think the models, especially compared to the GBA animations, they do kind of lack some character. Like the critical hit animations, especially, they do not hold a candle to GBFA. Fate's improved on it quite a bit, and Echoes, again, Echoes is fucking gorgeous. But again, we'll get to that. Maybe. Probably not. Let's see. Heal. Ugh. Unfortunate. Let's stick there. And an item. We got Superior Jolt. What the items that you can get through these spaces have some generally interesting effects. Usually they have a skill. For example, this one has the skill Tomebreaker on it, meaning that you get hit and avoid plus 50 when the opponent has a tome. This can be useful later on when there are some tomes that don't necessarily make you counterattack and thus lose uses. But they also, for the most part, have very low uses, especially the magic. Oof. The king of these is the glass weapons, which have 3 uses, but are E rank and as strong as silver weapons. Very nice to have, especially if you have a skill later on that can prevent weapon degradation from happening. One of the things that I forget if this game introduced per se, but it is something you can do, is that you can actually de-equip a weapon but still have it in your inventory. In GBAFE, weapons would automatically equip. So if I wanted to, I could have Crom sit here, take attacks from Garrick, and then heal him up with Lissa and grind her out. I don't want to do that, but it is an option. But I'm going to just have... no, I want to trade that bronze sword back and use it. Let's see.
None shall harm me.
Let's see here. Okay. Kind of a dangerous move, but heal. Okay, that's fine. Worst comes to worst, we'll kill him. Yeah, as much as I hate Kron getting more XP, it's probably better for him in the long run. It's fine, but I really would like some more speed. Yeah. So, that's the prologue. Actually done. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
My lord. It's all right.
Including some invincible soldiers, something fates. I don't know, I kind of like it, but it is kind of a retcon.
Oh,
Listen,
yeah.
I'll join your Fire Emblem party.
Huh?
Plegian? What's that? This is the girl with the Plegian emblem on her fucking coat. Oh, spoilers, I guess. I don't know. I don't really care about spoilers because if you know what you're doing, this game is 10 hours long.
Really?
But then again, that's with skipping everything and just doing what you need.
Right.
My thanks.
I like how the church is still on fire.
Huh? What?
Bitch. Maybe that's why he's an ex-Cav in Heroes.
Yeah.
I still don't really get that, considering he's kind of known for the Silverlands, but whatever.
Shall we then?
And off we go. Save screen. Oh boy, alright. Also a map screen that we can actually control. Can't really see much yet, but ooh, we'll get there in time. I love this map theme. We don't have access to really anything yet, but it'll be unlocked soon enough. By the way, this line right here is the name of this song. That's something I love about this game. The songs are always named after quotes that relate to them, and it's very cute. It gives the songs a lot of charm as well. This game's got an amazing soundtrack. Let us see for a moment. I'm just checking something that'll happen soon.
Well,
Yeah, I'm sure you're really excited about that campfire there, Frederick. Bear. I don't know why. It's just like, it's such a perfect animal to pick for this kind of scenario. Like, it's just strange enough. I don't eat meat, but if I woke up like this, I would probably take whatever I can get.
Huh?
See?
What?
right.
Yeah, Frederick kind of really hates bear meat.
Hey.
It's, again, it's something we'll see more of later. Also, this is hoop skirt. Not even just a regular skirt. It is a metal ass hoop.
Forgive me.
Huh?
stand back. Right. Quite an entrance. What's your name?
All right. That was quite a cutscene where the world is literally falling apart and will never be mentioned again.
No. Right.
These things actually do have quite a bit of history to them, but
Yes.
it's actually echo spoilers of all things. Anyways,
Oh,
Right.
I see.
yeah, forts give a decent amount of defense and regeneration and evasion. So, it's good to stick with them when you can, and if only to keep enemies out of them. Oh, these already have their name. Reeking blocks. Ooh, this is actually very nice to have. This can spawn a random. This can forcibly spawn a random encounter on the world map. We can't use it now, I don't think. But being able to have these at will is very nice because in hard mode they cost literally 9 times as much as they do on normal mode. So getting one for free, nice to have. But yeah, and normally I believe these things are supposed to have like unknown names. They're already known as Risen. That might be because I have a complete logbook file, meaning that I can access some things already. I'm not 100% sure, but it's interesting to say the least, because it actually pseudo-solves a continuity error? We'll get to that. Hey, more XP for Emily is fine, because I kind of need that. Have to be real bad, considering Chrome got 2 levels already. Very nice, very nice.
Captain Crom!
Hello.
Hold!
Hello!
Heal ye!
Jesus Christ.
What in the...
He's got a cravat too.
Wait!
He's just Miles Edgeworth. even got the hair for it, at least in the shading.
I'm Sully.
Yes, yes.
Christ almighty. More like a kick line there. Yeah, not really much of a punchline. Alright, so, first of all, yeah, Frederick can't really go through woods, because he's on a horse, and as we all know, horses have no recompense for dealing with horses. Yes, horses have no recompense for dealing with horses. Okay. Horses have no recompense for dealing with trees. They're natural predators. This is a thing over there that I don't want to get. Next. Sully. Sully is your cane. She is not that... She is comparatively somewhat weak compared to Frederick and the other Cavalier we'll be getting, but she's a lot faster. Of course, Heroes decided to react to this with giving her 26 attack at level 40. Well, either way, she's actually pretty solid here, as opposed to that. She is a Cavalier, so she is kind of in competition with Frederick, but whatever. She works. She's got an okay kid. Virion, on the other hand, is your pretty typical archer. Awakening is where archers started to, like, there's, I wouldn't say they're like as good as they are in Fates, but Awakening does have a couple of their a couple of predecessors to that mentality, such as exclusivity to longbows, even compared to other bow using classes. Also, his bases are okay, and he starts with an iron bow as opposed to bronze weapons, which gives him an immediate edge in terms of power. Of course, he doesn't quite have the 9 might iron bows of Fates, but you take what you get. He also has some pretty interesting reclass options.
Heal ye.
The archest of archers, in fact. Yeah, bows... Yeah. There's no one range option in this game, but whatever. You kind of take what you get, really. What you can get. Bronze weapons are just depressing. Starting a skill +2 is also cute, even if it doesn't really serve any benefit right now. We'll see the best immediate benefit Virion has is an elixir. Pretty decent to have those, all things considered. Yeah. I'm not sure what I'm doing, to be honest. The passive healing from the fortress is definitely appreciated since Emily's getting ganged up on. The dual strike throws. Yeah, dual strike throws nice to have. Okay. Ugh, boy. So, first things first.
Challenge.
I don't want to use too much of the silver lance right now, but whatever. Getting a little chunk of XP is nice, especially because 10 XP for Frederick is actually worth a lot more than 10 XP for anyone else, really. You only do 1 damage, so you're more important to kill.
There.
Weapon level D! I just actually need to get iron weapons. Okay. Let's see. Let's have you go intercept the boss.
Come get some.
Yeah, she's already out of weapon level C. Nice to out of weapon level E. Good to have. Even again, when we don't have access to iron weapons quite yet. Anyways. I can't go close enough, and will probably be in range of a... yeah. Hey, you know, whatever, man. That's unfortunate, though. Okay. So. Might as well just delete you. Remember, kids, the weapon triangle loses to Frederick. Let's do this to keep you safe.
Go!
And Kron has up in level D, although it doesn't matter, I think all things considered, because the Falchion is as strong as an Iron Sword and unbreakable. Yeah, unfortunately, because the hand axe is 1 to 2 range, the Iron Bow is not safe from it. So, yeah, enemies will prioritize attacking enemies that can't counter a lot of the time, which also gives some credence to being able to unequip your weapons while having them in your inventory still. Let's see here.
Many thanks. Never fear. I have your back.
Hey, you know, another turn for Listed to heal is another turn I don't have to spend grinding armor later.
Remarkable.
And there is all she wrote. I'll take speed and strength. This is really good enough for me.
Thank you.
You may call me Marth.
Right.
Really?
No.
No.
You may call me Marth. Really? No.
Right.
So, next chapter.
Wow.
You get a couple of pre-rendered scenes like this, and they're very nice looking. Especially because the game runs better when these are up, because there's not any 3D models being rendered. It's hard to tell, but when you pay attention to the when you pay attention to the dialogue, it moves a lot smoother in these scenarios.
Thunderation!
Oh.
There she is.
Ah,
Huh?
well.
The Fell Dragon, huh?
Wow.
What, you couldn't tell by the blue hair? Yeah, we just got a lot of sheep. She's just...
Oh.
Hey.
Welcome home.
Yeah, you can tell the text is moving a bit more choppy, we'll say.
Thank you.
It's all right.
Forgive me.
Wasted potential right here. Ugh.
No.
What? Oh.
I still don't really understand that crown thing she's wearing. Like, I guess it hangs on her head, kind of.
Forgive me.
I don't know. I mean, you're not wrong.
Crumb?
Yes.
Oh.
Amarin is a good
Oh.
noodle, though.
Thank you.
There's a lot of bad royals in Fire Emblem. It's nice to see a very wholesome one who's not a main character.
Indeed.
Yes, my lord. Yes.
Good.
Crom does not seem the kind to enjoy a stuffy meeting. So, interesting thing right here. Support conversations unlocked. We can check them out. Now, our main character here, Emily, she's got support with every character in the game. Every single one. Her support with Lissa has her pranking Emily by waking her up, and in response she says, "Ah, risen wolves, risen riding wolves." Now, normally you're not supposed to know the name Risen yet, but you can get that support right now. The European version changed it to bandits, wolves, bandits riding wolves, which, you know, actually makes a bit more sense.
Shall we then?
Let's go.
Also, voice clips and supports not a thing in Fates.
Right.
Well,
Really?
whoa.
Well,
If she's supposed to be me, she probably sits back and just eats potato chips. Kind of is.
yes.
No.
He kind of wants it to happen.
Well,
So, alright. Next up, Chapter 2. Shepherds. Shepherd's Grace. Though I would not exactly call these people graceful. Maribel, the one who makes you realize that you might be into petite figures.
What?
14. She counted.
Hey!
Vake, the one who still isn't in Heroes.
Oh, please.
And Sumia. You either hate her or you love her.
You
I,
won't
for one,
believe
love her.
this. Well,
She's also kind of implied to be Crom's quote-unquote canon love interest. There's some additional scenes with her that we'll see. But he actually has quite a few options. He's no Roy, but close.
Huh?
ta-da!
That 39 speed really cannot be ignored.
What?
We'll see what happens if we get a mass demotion soon. If one of them gets demoted and the other doesn't, then that's really probably going to decide it, because right now Tana's unfortunate in Heroes, but whatever.
Captain,
And boom.
Huh?
She's got 2 left feet, we'll say.
Hey!
huh? Yes.
Yeah, Tana's 34-36 stat line is okay, but she's in an unfortunate spot compared to the 3 to 4 star Cordelia at 35-35, or the 4 to 5 star Shigure at 33-37. And if you want a 5 star exclusive flyer, well, you got the new Ryoma, you've got the new what's her fucking name, Marissa. Sumi and Tana are both not really in a great spot, but at least Sumi has something resembling a base kit. We still don't have reprisal versions of other weapons.
Right.
Hello. This man is he's kind of a fan favorite, but a lot of people actually kind of don't like him because he's kind of one joke, but we'll get to that when we get to his supports.
Captain,
Well,
huh? Oh, thank you.
That's true.
are you ready? Wait for me!
And Sully's counterpart. let's see here. Just checking something real quick. Okay.
What?
Vivek never forgets.
Hey! Come on.
He's, not a very deep character, but, I mean, I did marry him in one of my files, so that's worth something.
Huh?
Yeah, this is where I first hear the term risen, so fun times. Anyways.
Enter the Vake.
And if you recognize this map, it was also in Fates' free DLC. There's a lot of work put into that map, so I do appreciate it. But, yeah. It was also full of ninjas that had, lunge and, you know, well. So, funny thing about Vake getting his axe, one time from one of the early, Sparkle spots, I actually got I got an axe, so I could just give it to Vake immediately and he could get to work. Anyways, I'm going to leave not only Vake, but also Varian behind, while the rest of the class will go forward. No, I should do bios, I guess. Vake is a fighter, you know. He's high HP, high strength, kind of middling everywhere else, but especially in terms of defense and res, with his base 0. He's got some interesting class options. He's kind of fun to have. Not the best, not the worst. He's fun. It's better than some other warriors in the series, especially like GBA FE warriors. And also, Stall is your Abel. He's high strength, high skill, not so good at speed or defense. I believe it's speed. Was it strength and no? It's strength and defense, and then speed and skill. Okay, yeah, he's strength and defense, but not so much speed and skill. And as opposed to Sully, who got questionably adapted into heroes, Stall got fucking murdered. He has nothing to him. And it's sad. Because he still doesn't have a perf. Well. Let's get them going. Sure.
You can do this. Hold on, I'm coming.
Actually, now that I think about it, was I gonna... Yeah, that's fine. Okay. I'll be fine.
Don't get careless. My turn. It was all you.
Sadly, the dual strikes still do cost weapon uses, but whatever.
Stay focused. We're not done yet.
It's free damage. It's free real estate.
My steel is yours.
So, enter Muriel. This is your trading tutorial, and I will take that. It's an iron axe, so we're not stuck in bronze hell again. Ugh.
What? Thanks.
Beware.
She's your kind of typical, like, loner mage. She's typical, but she has some funny moments. But the reason why I left Virion behind is because our first pairing is going to be these two. Muriel, Virion. Virion, Muriel. So... yeah, Virion not really doing much, so... You probably need the experience more. As a unit, Muriel's basically just like... she's typical glassy, you know. She's your Lilina, your Loot, your you know, one of them types.
Here goes.
Strength and speed. That's all I really care about you, to be honest. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's block Lissa. And
On my mark.
alright, fair enough. Yeah. For reasons we'll see later, that's not necessarily ideal, but whatever. It happens. It might be a dead seller though, but that's why I'm playing on casual, because I am a casual.
You can do this.
Yeah.
Damn.
Whatever. She got her levels. And she retreats. She'll be back next level though. Damn, fucking hair. Anyone else have that issue where their hair just fucking knots itself? It's fucking stupid. Okay, so first of all,
Very gracious of you.
and the Vake is entered. Unfortunate. How about we do this instead? Actually, no, let's just have him. Yeah, sure. I'll have time to level up later. So, next up. Oof. 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 How about... we need a few kill, so you can team up and go together. We'll pick the screws up. Good, he does not. And what will do for you? Very good. If I wanted to, I could switch Emily's Thunder with Muriel's Fire. So she could probably use the extra firepower, but I think getting this... well, no matter what I do, it's not going to be a kill. Just gonna get hit either way.
That's one. You can do it.
Yeah, Vig doesn't really have much in the way of defense, but his high HP does substitute in terms of actual bulk, for a little while at least. Yay. Yeah, I'm just doing hard because normal is a bit too easy.
Right.
I'm skipping this because if you do auto battle, then I'm sorry, I don't know who you are. Even Heroes is not that good, but at least there you have the excuse of just like auto battling through Tempest or something.
Asinine knave.
Like I do. You take this.
Thanks.
Alright. I'm just gonna take the opportunity to do this.
Nice. Thanks.
Healer XP is super hard to get, so may as well take this opportunity when I have it.
Very nice.
Well, it's not necessarily hard to get, it's just that it'll cost a lot of money to get all the rescue saves to grind it out the hard way. These levels have not been super great so far, though. Right. Now then. Let's get healed with form and have Now, for some insane reason, Awakening removed the feature where dropped items would recover all their durability, meaning that if you want, say, this iron sword that would be dropped, or this iron lance, you're gonna have to kill them without letting them attack. It's frustrating, to say the least. It's only occasionally necessary, though.
Nicely done.
Thank you, Stall. I actually do appreciate that. Okay. And, I mean, it's strength and defense. That's what I expect from a unit like that. Just a little bit closer, but still want to keep it in the safe zone for the most part.
Wasn't there? Another class, sorry. Slim leather brakes. Lost control.
Alright.
Hit the
Oh.
guardrail. Kept flipping over and over and over again.
Okay. Yes. Oh, I should have done with the fucking Thunder Tome. Ah, damn it. Whatever.
My strength is you. Anyone else? Right.
Yeah, item drops. That's for you.
Never fear.
What's the answer more? Probably you, because you have less strength, so just this.
Come on.
Thank you. Damn. Okay. Let's see here.
Need a hand?
All right. And let's. Double. Doesn't look like we'll be able to get this kill with Muriel. I'll just snipe him with Thunder again. It's never. Tired. Hey, thank you, Virion, for being useful. Nice strength proc. Thank you, Muriel. Very helpful. Okay. Let's go fake this one. It's fine. So there's just a boss left.
My gratitude.
Getting as much healing as I can. Let's see here. Okay. They're all capped off, so. Probably give it to. Let's give it to Cronin and hope Fake pokes in. Nice. Damn it, really? Oh well. Level up for Crumb anyways. It's speed. I'll take it. Speed and defense.
Ah.
Gotta keep going.
Oh.
Huh?
I don't know if I could see it.
What?
It's a wild, suspiciously armed. Like, why is this? I get that they probably didn't want to model a Pegasus that does not have any armor, but it's a little suspicious, don't you think?
Pardon me.
Huh?
Wait.
Whoa.
Wow.
Lots of feathers. This looks straight. Like, this genuinely looks like a still from an anime. Like, remember when Gareth Skogel said anime project success, and people wanted, people thought that would mean a Fire Emblem anime soon? So much for dreaming.
Good.
Well,
Hmm?
no.
Thank you.
Yes.
Alright. So, we have a couple sports. Crom in the Vake.
Right. Anyone else?
Right, sure you are. Sure you are.
Hey!
Yeah, that's kind of not really a fair bet considering Crom is a royal and Vake is a commoner.
Hey!
And make a fire.
Yeah, I roll.
I really wish he said stop that ridiculous cucking. And here's that other sport I was talking about.
Hey! Huh?
Yeah, risen wolves, risen riding wolves. There's a Daily Lives of Heroes comic recently that was like, do normal sisters do this to their brothers? And it was really, God, it was not only was it funny, but like, one of the sisters in question was Tana, and I think her entire existence is just dedicated to making Inez pissed off.
Oh.
Oh. I don't think they actually know about dead parents yet, so supports.
Huh?
Right.
You can't say that with that kind of smile, Alyssa. He's a... Can I get to shops yet? No, I can't. Whatever. Next. Next. Frederick's horse is a girl. Huh.
Oh.
Right. Ah.
Yeah, Crom is a dork.
My lord. What? Right.
Alright, so. We can't take everyone to this mission, unfortunately. So we'll have to make some compromises. Interesting note is that you're not required to bring the tactician to every map. You're only required for maybe one or two. Crom is mandatory though, and even if not necessary, even if not literally, a healer is almost mandatory to be honest. So, who do we leave behind for Muriel? For one thing, I should rearrange the inventory a bit. Definitely gonna want this for you. I don't really need this. Okay. So how about I might regret this, but I'm gonna drop Frederick for Muriel.
Who goes there?
Hello, director of the original Spider-Man movies.
Halt!
Wait.
What?
Pride, pride, pride.
Right.
Yeah, authority.
What?
Foreshadowing. Yes, challenge the peaceful nation of Elise to a war. whatever. You know, there is, you know, inexorable proof that, there's admissible, no. There's undeniable proof that Crom is the Exalt, and it's, you know, right there on his bare arm that he has in the winter.
Sumia.
Better hold on tight, Captain. Could get bumpy.
Right.
You'll be fine.
Sumia!
Right.
Remember when I said, canon love interest?
Listen. Good.
Alright.
Crom.
And yeah, auto unpair. Sumia here. She's your early game Pegasus. She has low strength but very high speed, above average res, and as opposed to other Pegasus Knights of this style where you generally want to use them because the high strength Pegasus Knights will ram the cap early, and also you have these ones for a lot more time. There is genuine advantage to both using her and using Cordelia. Spoilers, I guess, but heroes, whatever. She's also the most popular girl in this fucking game. But yeah. So first of all, let's get a couple of the necessary pairs and by whatever. And then just to be sure. Beyond that, let's see here. From again. I like these two supports, so how about we do this? So you need to go this way because, well, hello there. And then these two can go this way. Oh dear, that's actually my bad. Well, hopefully this won't end as soon as it started. Oh, damn it. God fucking bless. Okay. We have narrowly averted disaster. And yeah, Sumia is very fast, already dulling, but she's also fairly frail with low HP and defense. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, pair up. Okay. So first of all, hi, yes.
Don't you see? Huh?
Hello, Kellum. A good boy.
Forgive me.
His joke is that nobody sees him, and he's pretty quiet and kind of prefers to slip into the background sometimes. You know, sometimes he wants to be watched. Kind of Tanaka-ish, which I don't mind.
You know me. Really? If you say so.
Next up. Oh god, I have 2 people who need healing and only 1 healer. Yeah, Kellum is an armor knight. He is an armor knight. Exactly what you would expect. Although his class options might not be. Let's have you start up front, just to a bit more bulk on this side. I'll level up, is always appreciated. There's only 1 archer on the side, so... Ooh, okay. I really don't want to dedicate 2 people to killing that 1 person, but kind of have to. I'm not sure why that's so loud. I guess that's an issue with Citra. Yeah, either way, they're both gonna be able to. Well, actually, if you do this, then at the very least. Yeah, this game doesn't have the triangle of magic, so I need to go empty my bowel, so I'll let the enemy face play out. Oh my god! Okay, this is the Jesus mark from Echoes, apparently. Christ almighty. Okay, was not expecting that. I'm gonna go through these fucking bowels. Alright, sorry about that. Okay. No healer is going to make this a bit tough, but hopefully we can manage. Jesus, Mark is kind of intimidating though. Let's see here. Being an Armor Knight does have its advantages. Being able to do 13 damage straight up is very appreciated with that 14 defense. Let's see here. Hey, that's pretty good. You're a loony, though. Okay, can't kill that guy.
Come on.
Divide and conquer.
Poke. That's unfortunate. Yeah, things definitely kicked up a notch.
I'll take notes from you.
They probably should have brought Freddy along, but I need everyone to get experience. Yeah, sports. Yeah. You know. Yeah. The more XP I get now, the less I need to grind whenever it's time to do the, everything else, basically. Okay, so...
Right.
Got a door key.
That was amazing.
Very nice. No strength is a little unfortunate, but I'll take as much of a speed, take as much speed as I can get, because speed's probably going to catch up fast. Ooh, Ephraim's Lance, Ephraim's Lance, someone's Lance. Strength and speed plus 2 on a 11 might weapon, but only 20 uses. Still though, could be very nice. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, rapier being effective against Elm Knights really coming in handy. Looks like crit rate's gonna be used for somewhere. Don't think that's how you use a rapier though, Crom. Meanwhile, Armor Knights are slow and weak to magic, so let her rip, I guess. Let you go out and take some hits. Also, yeah, this game continues the trend that DSFA started, where javelins are idiotically weak to make up for the fact that they're probably the best weapons to have.
Desist at once.
Thank you, 3% crit. No, this level is probably gonna be terrible. Very much not. Thank you, thank you very much, Muriel. Muriel. These javelins are in a weird shape in this game. Alright. run out of vulnerary soon. But that, I mean, I'm out of vulnerary, but hey, you know, sometimes you gotta... Oh. I need to watch where I step more. You have a hammer, right? Yeah, okay. As much speed as I can fucking get. In this environment? In this economy? Even the knight's getting speed. Oh dear. Oh damn. Nice going, Sumia. God damn. Ooh, that's a little close comfort. And Hammerman. Keeping him away from Kellen because that hammer will wreck his face in. But now I can use that hammer against Raimi over here, who is never playable, which is unfortunate because she actually has a unique design. Thank you, Kellen. And let's see.
Well, I feel edified.
Oh boy. Okay. D rank magic. Thankfully, you can actually one round this archer.
Victory!
Alright. I think we are safe. Because once I do this... Also, odd thing about this game in general. Hammer, 10 might. Iron Axe, 7 might. I don't get it. Well, no, I'm afraid.
Stay with us.
Yeah, now you get it. Not just looking at Crom for 1 fucking second. Whatever.
Forgive me.
I don't know, have you seen some of the bandits?
Good.
Whoa.
Right.
Right.
Ugh. Welcome to massive fucking Massachusetts. First paralog opened up, and also wireless features. Oh boy. So, first of all,
Hold a moment.
Do tell.
Why, thank you.
All hail me.
Now then.
interesting.
No.
Little
Permit me to clarify.
shibboleth. 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 Is that a word? Shibboleth, a custom, principle, or belief distinguishing a particular class or group of people, especially a long-standing one regarded as outmoded or no longer important. Huh.
Ah, yes.
precious of you.
All right.
Thoughts.
Yes.
Do tell.
What?
No,
Indeed.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say he's gonna go forge that water himself. Forge that water, yes. He's gonna go, whatever. Anyways. First of all, Renown. Renown is something you achieve by doing skirmishes, by spawning in Risen, by clearing chapters and whatnot. The save file I'm using has maxed out Renown, because it comes with a maxed out support log, which is not something that's really worth doing. I'm not going to get all these now, because this would honestly break the game's balance, kind of. Even though I'm very clearly having trouble, but I'll get them after a certain point. I'm thinking... I don't know. I'll get them eventually. But, yeah, I can't really get the spot pass stuff right now. So instead, what I'm going to do... Can't do that. It's the Avatar logbook, which, well, actually, yeah, you can hire things in through here, and also some other my units. Oh boy, but baby boy. Yeah, there's a lot of units here. For the record, these question mark skills are DLC skills. Their effects still take place, for the most part, but they just can't be seen, because there's no actual, there's no actual data for them. Let's see here. Baby girl. Baby. Baby. Ooh, the days before Echoes were not kind to you, honey. Ooh, ooh. Oh boy, these are the same person. Even have the same skills down there, and the same stat distribution. Thanks, Awakening. Hello, you. Wait, aggressor. Is Dread Raider part of the game normally? Or no, I think it's because I've already accessed. I went out of my way to access those particular DLC chapters in this game already. Okay, I think I get it. I got it. Okay, so let's hear it. Zigludo, Sama, Sampai, Chan. Yeah. Okay. We got Leaf, Ephraim. It's interesting, to say the least, but. Some of these guys are just unavailable because they're DLC. Anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to save the game now and take this save file, and I'm going to move it onto my 3DS. Access bonus box stuff there and return it to here. So, let's see here. SDMC? Maybe? That's extra data. Not quite. No. I should, let's turn on display capture. And hide Citra for now. Citra NAND? No. Actually, the save is probably encrypted. Oh no, that doesn't matter because I'm not editing it. I'm just moving it. So let's see. these? Oh, these are the cheats I had for Bravely Default that didn't really work. Config, no. Boss user. Gamecoin.dat? Is that the Bravely Second demo? That's all I can imagine it would be. Config. Come on, I have no idea what any of this is. Not used to roaming Citra. Boss, sir. Title. Okay, that's Bravely Default. Oh, here we go. Okay, so if I take these, let's see. Come on. There we go. Alright, it should be this one. Saves, Awakening. There we go. Yeah. Okay. I have my cartridge saves backed up so I can just load it there immediately without having to download a copy of Awakening onto the cart. Come on. Trust me, I'd love to put this on screen right now, but I really can't. Maybe if I... Let's see here. Fire... Emblem... Awakening... bonus... box... Yeah, there's some... There's a bunch of teams you can summon. Oh, there's Arden. And items. Yeah. So, first of all, just because I can, let's spawn an Arden. He's probably too strong for me right now, but it'll be fun. And then I will take these items. These are all far too high for me to use, or far too strong for me to use right now. But I'll take them just to have them, because there's no other way to get these outside of DLC. Turfing, which is a sword with res +5. Luna, a lance that has the ability to activate the skill. Vengeance, same for that, except it's an axe. Astra, bow, same. Mjolnir, a tome with skill +5 and 20 crit. Mistletoe, a sword with skill +5 and 15 crit. Gaibolg, a lance with defense +5 and 10 crit. Armads, an axe with defense +5 and 10 crit. Nidhogg, a bow with 10 plus 10 luck and 10 crit. Forseti, a tome with speed plus 5 and 10 crit. And it's a wind tome, so it's effective against flyers. The double bow, a bow with strength plus 5, 2 to 3 range, and 10 crit. And the Book of Naga, a tome that is effective against dragons, has defense and res plus 5, and it has 15 crit. There are bonus maps, which I'll show their locations on when I return this file. But there are, some additional maps that can only be accessed at the very end of the game. But their data is in the game normally. And there's some double duel challenges that I might as well grab, even though I won't be able to do double duel on Citra. And yeah, that is all I need here. So, save data, export, Citra. Put the SD card back in. If I could somehow enable Spot Pass on the Citra, I would love to figure out how to do that. But for now, I'll just have to do this whenever I need to access Spot Pass stuff. Anyways, that should be all I need to do. All right. All right, and we're back. So, you got these things now. I can use Luna, I suppose, or on Frederick, but ultimately it doesn't matter too much. So, first things first, let's say hi to our friend. Yeah. These are, if you find teams via Street Pass, they're basically the same thing, except instead of this card with the person's appearance on it, it'll be their avatar. You can read their stats and see what they got, and it's steel lances and short spears. You can fight them and recruit them if you win, or you can just buy them outright. And you can buy whatever items they have. Which is good, because some of these items are actually pretty hard to find. I'll keep them there for later. First things first, we need, let's see here.
I carry only the finest.
We need another heal for you. There's bronze weapons here, but if I complete that, I'll have iron weapons. So, let's do our first paralog. Sickle the sword.
Oh! Hmm? What? Listen. You all right?
Donnie! That is, Donald.
Masterful. Alright.
show you.
Hey. Right.
On the grave of my sainted father.
Oh,
What? Boss. Huh?
oh. Gods.
Good.
Huh?
Right.
No man is born a warrior, Donnie.
I can fight too.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
So, for this chapter, I'm going to leave behind our... Let's see here. This chapter is primarily axes. So I'm going to leave behind our lancer. I'm going to bring along Frederick instead, because his support will be very invaluable here. Reason being...
All right.
If Donnie levels up in this chapter, he will join the Shepherds. If he fails to grow, it's back to the farm. So, ideally you'd have a forged bronze lance for Donald, but so it goes. So, Donald's pretty weak. Not unusable, though. His bases are ugh, but with enough support he can work. His unique class of villager is locked to lances and has pretty poor caps, but the skill of his aptitude. He has additional 20% chance to... He basically has plus 20 to all of his growths. Basically, it's a Metis tome on crack. The downside is A, Donald's bases, but also, strangely, Donald's caps. They all kinda suck, except for his luck. So, Donald's the most effective mid-game, where he'll start tearing things apart with little to no effort. And even though his caps are poor, they're only poor in relation to the other units. He'll be able to hold his own. Also, whoever he fathers will also be able to reap the rewards of his skill right there, and his partner's benefit, or his partner's contributions to the kid will more than likely offset his issues. So, first things first. That's unfortunate. I was hoping to get that kill for Donnie. Whatever. Let's have you sneak down here. And I'll have you go with him. And I'll have you clean up top. Some of these guys can be pretty annoying, especially this guy. The thief. Let's see here. Not very strong, but extremely fast. Yeah, here's the issue I was having earlier. When I speed up the game, it doesn't really play well with the animations being on. Damn it. It appears to be a thing with the magic. more important thing about thieves, though, is that they can steal things from chests. And if they steal something, if they steal something, it'll be droppable when you kill them. If they escape, though, you're never getting it back. So, let's see here. You're falling behind the levels. I honestly didn't even realize. Let's give you some shine in the sun. It's strength at least. Really gonna need that speed to come up soon. Hey, every attack you dodge is something I don't have to heal off. And you setting up Donnie for a kill very nicely. You're also getting a little uncomfortably close to death yourself. Alright. Let's go.
Chewie.
I'll leave you with 7 health left. Okay. Good. I don't want to be stuck grinding Donald too long. As easy as it is, or as helpful as it is to get as much experience as you can this chapter, I don't want to deal with trying to outrun the thieves. So let's see here. It's 9 defense versus 19 attack. I won't be able to live too long in there. Just to be sure. I keep going to reach him anyways. And you can't pair up 3 people. So let's see. Good thing is that early on thieves tend to have low movement. This one has 5, but actually it might be a fates thing, but I know in fates thieves actually have like downward of 3 movement.
Nice.
Look.
It's over.
Alright, just need one more quick poke to level him up and right, I'm already paired up with Chrome. Okay, toss him over to you. Give him a bit more survivability over here.
Stay with us.
Here's the door open, so gotta get moving. Can't stop now, gotta find Dante. Not bad. Let's see. Just one treasure. A killer lance. Ooh, I'm definitely gonna want that.
My strength is yours. Think again.
Alright. Sorry, Donnie, but we got more important matters to deal with. Let's see here. the speed creep going on, you're gonna need more of that to avoid getting murdered on sight. Oh, vague. Like that. Speed probably saved your life. Okay, Frederick? Frederick. Good, Frederick. Alright. You pull way the fuck back. Nope. And bam. Alright. Thank you, Chrome. I appreciate it.
My strength is yours.
Don't appreciate that though.
My strength is yours.
This is my stall is the goodest boy. Very strange match growth, but whatever. Alright, let's go. Wait. Ooh, no! Ooh! Goodest boy. Goodest boy! Yeah, bye-bye! 4 speed versus 8 speed, so it's only taking 1 hit. And okay. That's more important, I think. Except that it doesn't. Wait, they have the same defense. What the fuck? What the fuck? 27 minus 3. 27 minus 3 is 24. Why is he taking 1 less? What the f? Oh, right. He's on the pillar. That's why it's important to pay attention to your blatant surroundings, eh? Blatant surroundings. Okay. So.
Are you ready?
Die. Then I think I can do something along the lines of this. That works.
Well, I feel edified.
Well, let's bank on that 33% chance. Damn. Well, that's a level for Freddy at least. And yeah, it's pretty impressive to see how he grows. Although that speed is a little concerning right now. Whatever. You just get out of the fucking way. And that's a no. Hello.
Inconceivable.
Miriam's pulling through though. Nothing else. Ah, boy. Speed and strength. Oh, so fucking beautiful. Alright. Let me get moving. Speed. Yeah, I wish you did one less damage. Ooh, Celica's Gale. Now that is a spell. It has a brave effect on magic. Now, don't we know someone else like that who has a certain belief when it refers to magic? Yeah, I'll take that. Speed. 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 That's all I care about. Yeah. Spoke. Yeah. Yeah. He's fucking cute. Okay. You're so fucking precious when you smile. As much healing as I can for Lissa. Liz, Leaf and Thrasier. Thracia 776. It's kind of an okay game. It's got good gameplay, but it's very player hostile and not really worth the hassle of playing a lot of the time when the translation is honestly kind of just terrible when it has things like They Fallen Into My Trap in America. Whatever. And that's why I bought another heal.
Very nice.
Defense and res and speed. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Very nice. She's a charm. Actually, speaking of Sugita, Chrom is actually voiced by Sugita in the Japanese version, and in the English version, he is voiced by Matthew Mercer, who is Jotaro. That confluence of Sugita and Mercer is also a character in Persona, although I don't really know who because I don't know Persona. I think it's Kanji. I want to say it's Kanji. Chest. Rescue! Hey, that's mostly just XP fodder at this point. It's strength, I guess. Defense is also not terrible. That's pretty decent.
Chewy.
All right. Weapon level C for staves. Pretty decent, I suppose. We haven't really seen any higher ranked staves yet, but we will eventually. Eventually. Alright. Let's see, if it's just an archer, then I'll have Viren baited out.
Stay calm. You're all right. My turn.
I was hoping to save that for Donnie, but Viren could also use it, to be fair. Magic is made. It's very good, very good. Let's see. Once again, have you bail him out. And another kit for Donnie.
I've done it.
Let's see.
Many thanks.
Let's pair up with you so you get the experience bonus. And we'll have you sit here for a bit. Oh wow, you hurt quite a bit, don't you? Ooh. Okay. So. Ooh. Oh dear. Well, at least this is gonna get a lot of experience for this. Especially because she refuses to get a decent. Well, actually, no, she's got an okay magic. It's just the less magic she gets, the less she's healing for, which means the more she's gonna have to heal. Maybe she knows that though. And for poetic justice,
Don't get careless.
we're good. Ugh, that took a while.
I've done it.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh. I owe you.
No.
Hey, I'm begging you.
What?
I can fight too.
Gods, help us. Oh. Safe journey.
Yeah.
Oh.
Got that baby boy on our side. Baby! Baby boy. Also, we have iron swords and iron gear available to us. Oh, Meg and Lissa. I don't even remember what their swords are about.
What?
Warrior's a male exclusive class, but
Hey! Huh?
you know, stuff.
Oh, please.
Huh?
It's a thing. Okay, so. Alright. Toss. Not toss, but, you know. Drop them. Actually, might want the vulnerary. Keep those safe. Well, let's keep this what's on hand. But it's not your primary weapon. Let's see.
What can I fix you with?
Iron sword for you. Let's get you a second bow. You're fine. But I want a sword and an axe for you. A lance for you, just for when you get to that level. I keep hitting start because you hit start to go to the next map, but I feel like you should hit start to pause. It's just what I'm used to. Let's have you equip that axe just to keep you from wasting use as that precious lance that could come in handy anytime. And let's get let's do one more chapter. This one's a bit of a doozy.
Forgive me.
Good.
Good. Let's see here.
Right.
Am I now?
And thus, we got one of the most badass characters ever.
Exactly.
Con Flavia. Ooh, I love her.
Thank you.
Right.
Damn them and damn delicacy. Here in Ferox, we appreciate plain speech. That's my kind of girl.
Please.
Now that's Feroxy diplomacy.
What?
Listen. No.
Or you could just ask the other con, whatever.
Listen.
Really? Right.
Right.
I do hope you survive.
It's all right.
Alright, so. As opposed to last time where we left behind the Lancers, this time we're gonna want them. So, let's leave behind Stahl and Vake to bring along. Well, we want them, and then I think I can actually drop myself to bring along. Probably Sunya, I guess. Speed's gonna come in handy.
Hey. Where did you get that? There's no way. Tell me, who taught you to fight like that?
My father!
Alright, so, Marth here. Very, very dangerous. Specifically because of that weapon is. Parallel Falchion. 12 might. Very strong right there. Bringing Frederick to this chapter is honestly not a bad idea. However, I'm gonna see if I can do it without for now. Let's see here. I should have brought swords for you. Oh, whatever. Some XP for you. It's good to have. A lot of axes, actually. Still, though, with the sword boss, you're gonna want all the sword. You're gonna want all the lances you can get. Probably be fine. Tough grab. Oof. Okay.
Very gracious of you.
Luckily, our friend up there won't move unless you get into his range. Ugh. God damn it. I need more strength. Lucky dodges. It's gonna be close. Mm. I'm by no means prepared. This will get easier soon, though. I was hoping for some strength there.
Let's end this.
Right.
Okay.
Your demise
God fucking bless. Magic and speed. Once again, it's all I can ask for. That, on the other hand, is a bit concerning. It's getting closer.
Thank you.
Let's end this.
Let's see. Putting one strength though would have been really nice, Sumia. Or whatever. Use the right here so I can hit that right.
Apply yourself.
Alright. And this is level 10. She gets heal touch, which is additional 5 healing every time you heal. Very good early on. Falls off later, but whatever. Yeah, Citra doesn't handle thunder magic well.
Gratified.
Or maybe it's just magic in general. I don't know. Alright, let's see here.
Go for it.
Skip the combat. Skip the combat, keep the stress. It's like some sort of advertisement. Who's it gonna hit? Oh dear. You did me real again. Boy. It's almost over. It's almost over. Okay. Unfortunately, the presence of hand axes makes Veeran a bit harder to use, but I can manage. Was that a Lance's C4 silly? Yes, it was. Okay.
It was a thing of beauty.
That's Bo's C for Veeran.
Many thanks.
I think this is in range. Yep. Deadly so. Oh well. Alright. Oh man, he dodged. Neat. Alright, everyone down except for you know who. So, I think that the best way to deal with him would be a combination of you two. Okay, so you can double him. Do Temkin.
Stay with us.
Yeah, very, very, hardy, let's say. Let's heal with Crom. That's unfortunate. So, man, what's your lens rank at? Ah, damn it. Okay. Dear.
Stay focused.
That's a decent chunk of damage right there. Something. Something. Okay. Let's lower. Just a bit closer.
On my mark.
Archers of Archers wins.
I am best.
Good. Okay. Oh, boy, that is a beefgate right there. If Marth snipes Crom, it is... Ugh, it's very easy for that to go sour.
Nice.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the town, we got, Nick Fury.
Yes? Listen.
Oh.
Huh?
Oh, boy.
Hey. Shall we then? Yes. Hey.
The gift is not having to bait him out with Frederick and recruit him. It's our Myrmidon. Our, Navarre archetype. Navarre archetype.
All right.
What?
Get back.
Huh?
All right. Listen. Right.
I think it was clear. But yeah, we have we've got our Myrmidon character, who, to sum him up now, is exactly what you'd expect. He's a fast, not super strong, but strong enough guy with a killing edge who kill things.
Your Grace.
What's happened?
Right away.
Gods!
Enough.
Still.
Yes, my lord.
I will offer parley.
Well, I mean, if it works for Luxord, then Luxord. Fuck. If it works for Luxord, then
Very well.
Meanwhile,
Are you ready?
Oh,
hello, tiny boy mage, who's definitely too young to be engaging in the horrors of war.
Aw. Hey.
Alright, next. Also, the DLC is open, so we can do that if we want. Ooh, and Anna showed up. Not really special there. But... yeah, Annas will show up, and they'll have special items. Sometimes they'll be on sale, and sometimes they'll be items you can't buy normally. This one's not really that special, it's just a concoction, but might as well. They come in handy. Anyways, also I should show, yeah, the DLC map, or the spot pass maps are all the way out here. So we're not going to be getting to those for a while. But we can also have the DLC, which I'm not going to go too far into, but there's quite a few options to be honest. Whew. Next time, I'll probably grind out the, I'll grind out a bit on the early DLC maps because we're definitely too low on levels for, where we are. Although let's do the sports first. Wait a sec. Okay, no, I'm good. Fine.
Crom,
Listen.
hell no!
What? Really?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of a typical character, but whatever.
Hello.
Meanwhile, Sumia's support is,
No. Captain.
No. Thank you. Right.
Oh. But. Well,
What?
yes.
Really? Right.
Boy. Their supports are kind of why this game's called Pyre Emblem Awakening, but we'll get to that. Anyways, that's enough for one day. Next time, I'll get to the first DLC map before we're continuing on with the story. Thanks for stopping out. Check me out on social media at twitter.com/shrikafan122, tumblr.com, or cocoricop.tumblr.com. And check out the YouTube channel in the description of the Twitch channel. Or if you're watching this VOD, go check out the Twitch channel in the description. Catch you all next time.